lovelies, welcome back to our channel, Get Spooky Society. We are for the first time ever in Aurora, Indiana, and we feel so blessed that we are at the Hillforest Mansion Historic House Museum. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's seriously like we stepped back into the 1800s. We are so excited to be here and so excited to bring this to you today. And with that, I'm going to say it's time to get spooky.
In 1853, Isaiah Rogers, an architect, arrived in Aurora, Indiana on a steamer out of Cincinnati to meet with Thomas Gaff. Rogers designed for Gaff a magnificent mansion situated on his 10 acres overlooking the Ohio River. The Italianate architecture is reflected in its circular porches, colonnades, curved doors, and windows. Thomas Gaff was born in Scotland on July 8, 1808, and came to Springfield, New Jersey with his parents, James and Margaret Gaff, at the age of 3. He opened a distillery in Philadelphia with his brothers, James and John. He and his brothers decided to move their business to Aurora in 1841. Thomas and his brothers had many businesses, from the distillery, a Cincinnati jewelry store, and foundry, to name a few, not to mention a fleet of steamboats. Thomas lived at Hillforest until his death on April 25, 1884. The home remained in the Gaff family until 1926, when it was purchased by Will Stark, a local furniture manufacturer. It then became the VFW in the late 1940s to 1955. A group of local citizens purchased the mansion and formed the Hillforest Historical Foundation, which has been open to the public as an historic landmark and property museum since 1956.
Well, this is the upstairs level of the home. This would have been their private area. Generally, people would not have been allowed beyond this point unless, of course, they were very private people, so it would have just been friends, servants, and relatives. The bedrooms up here is kind of a mystery. We don't have written accounts of who had what bedroom, so we just staged them as to who we feel would be in what room. So this we have set up as our children's bedroom. So the Gaff family had Mr. and Mrs. Gaff did have 6 children total. 2 unfortunately passed not long after birth. So they had 4 daughters, and when they moved into the home, they only had 3 surviving daughters. Unfortunately, their eldest daughter, Caroline, had died of tuberculosis. Mm-hmm. So if this was the room, all 3 daughters would have shared this room.
Okay.
And probably their nursemaid would have been in here with them. So the house, even though it's a big mansion, it starts to look a little smaller when we get upstairs. Mm-hmm. So we have on display different types of beds. So this is kind of like a toddler bed, maybe a baby bed. It's got the arms that fold down and things. This would have been more like a twin bed. It's supposed to be modern size, but it doesn't seem quite as wide. Mm-hmm. So they definitely probably would have had 3 beds this size, possibly 4 in the room.
Wow.
They only had 3 daughters. They didn't have any sons.
I believe that they did have 1 son, but he didn't live very long past birth. So 6 children total. 2 didn't live very long, and then they had a 16-year-old daughter, Caroline, who died while the house was being built. So when they got up here to the mansion, unfortunately, there were only 3 daughters.
Gotcha. Okay.
So in this room, we don't have a lot of items that belong to the family, and I believe it's kind of because these are the items they would have taken with them. Uh-huh. A lot of the stuff's not as personal, but the toys and things would have been things they probably would have liked. Right. We have these blocks. These are kind of interesting. They have the Roman numerals and then the English numbers and letters. These were found in the attic. Okay. So those did belong to the family. And then this little couch here. This is a family item also. This cute little couch. Uh-huh. Other than that, all the other items are just like everything else in the house. They're just of the time period, and they've been donated. The clown here, we do have some stuff. He comes on sometimes and makes noise. So, so this is one of our 2 masters. So I'm sure you realize by now the house is symmetrical. So if you see it on one side, you're going to see it on the other. Again, with the history of the house, we don't exactly know. We do get the question a lot if Mr. and Mrs. Gaff shared a bedroom. So if they went historically, they probably didn't. So probably each Each one had their own suite. But we have this set up as if Mr. Gaff's mother-in-law, or Mrs. Gaff's mother-in-law, I'm sorry. So Mr. Gaff's mother lived here with them also, and a few of his sisters. So they were called spinsters because they were unmarried. So this is done in a true Victorian style around 1870. Mrs. Gaff remodeled. So in the Victorian time, I'm told it didn't really matter if it matched. What was important was the color, because color was more expensive. And from what I understand, green was the most expensive color. So these rooms are unique because they actually have 3 closets. So we have the traditional box closet, and then we have 2 walk-ins. Oh, her arm fell off.
I didn't do that.
This beautiful outfit was made by the South Dearborn High School advanced home ec class.
They did a very nice job.
So this was their project one year, and I'm told the teacher would haul this back and forth for several years, and then one year she just decided to leave it here.
Awesome.
So they made everything from the bloomers up.
That's beautiful.
So they did an amazing job. So we have a little different bed in here. This was rescued from a house down the road. It just has a beautiful headboard. And the matching armoire is somewhere in the house. I don't know exactly where it used to be in our gift shop, but our gift shop's now Cliff's office, so I'm not sure what happened to the armoire. Then we have a different baby bed here. This is actually more like a bassinet. Folds down so that mom could nurse. And then, they had servants, and it was very bad manners to, of course, get back in bed after the bed was made for the day. So we have a fainting couch here. So if you fainted or you got the vapors or whatever, you could come unlace your corset.
I was going to say corsets will do that to you.
Yes, and get your facilities back. And then, of course, the house is set up here for the woman of the house and then the man of the house. So on this side, we have the various oils and brushes and things to make you look beautiful and kind of hide that smell you might have after not bathing for a week. And even though they were wealthy, I'm told they would bathe about once a week. And then over here we have the shaving set, the straight razor, the water basin. And then this is a little settee set that did belong to the family, but it has been refinished. And then this is called Jenny's slipper chair. This is a very well-loved family item. As you can tell, the front doesn't have any pattern on it at all, hardly. But this was given back to us by a family member. They kept it covered for several years. But because of the state it's in, they just wanted to give it back to us. We don't know exactly where it came from, but. And then this little parlor, kind of parlor art, this is called Little Mischievous. So this is a lithograph, and the eyes follow you when you walk. People really like that when they come in. This is called the morning room. So this would be the room for ladies because a proper lady did not go downstairs before noon.
Hey, I could like that.
So what you did was you came in here and you did various activities. You'd have your morning tea, coffee. The servants would serve breakfast in here. Throughout the year, the dressmaker would come. I'm told they would use this as a nursery during overflow times when the house got really full. Of course, it would have to be summer because you can tell there's no fireplace in here. Mm-hmm. When the VFW inhabited the house, this was used as a community kitchen because they would rent the rooms out as apartments. Mm. So you can still see the remnants of the locks they would have on them on the doors, a couple of them. But this room has a beautiful view, as you can tell, for the ladies. Mm-hmm. And they do have the walkout windows, so they could sit out here on this beautiful balcony. Maybe watch their steamboats come up and down the river. Mm-hmm. Watch the horses. This is what we consider our master bedroom, because you'll see the beautiful view here outside of the Ohio River. So this does have the exact same layout as our other master, of course, because of the symmetry. But in here we have a beautiful half canopy bed from New Orleans. This is around 1850. It's just a beautiful piece. Always reminds me of Interview with the Vampire. That's whenever people try to think of a reference, that's what I always think of. And this room kind of shows you a little bit of different setup. We have the tea here showing maybe what they would have done during the winter. They might have had their tea and breakfast in here since there isn't a fireplace in the morning room. We have a beautiful dresser here that's kind of unique. At the bottom, you'll see it has a little hidden drawer. This is called a slipper drawer. So instead of that wasted space, they had an inventive way. You put your slippers down there, yes. Then right here we have a beautiful wedding dress, actually. So before Queen Victoria wore white, it was common you wore the nicest dress you had, or you made a dress, of course, out of the most nicest fabric you could afford. And a lot of course, people say that can't be a bride, but they also forget that the average bride, of course, was 13 to 16, and people were a lot smaller than we are today. So then we have, of course, a nightgown here. So, and then here is Caroline.
There's Caroline.
Yes, so this is Caroline. She made it back to the house probably about 10 years ago now. An auction house in West Virginia, I believe, was calling kind of to verify the authenticity. When they discovered that she was a Gaff family member, she arrived at the house.
And she was the daughter?
Yes, so she is the daughter, 16-year-old. She died of tuberculosis while the house was being built. And then the story is that she was very ecstatic about the house. She couldn't wait to move in. And they always say she made her way back to the house. And we're told that, like, Mr. Gaff would kind of go up there when he was melancholy, is what it says. When he would kind of go up there when he was depressed.
It would be the perfect spot.
What did you call it so he can have
It's the Belvedere, so that's Italian for beautiful view. And you can see everything.
Yeah, we've been in here.
Yeah, it's beautiful, yeah. And the church with the dates on it, you can see,
I thought my steps were.
church, the white
These are pretty bad.
We have to do some up here.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel it.
Do you?
I can feel the energy.
Survive.
Did you survive?
I'm gonna say, why did it get dark up there?
Send. S-E-N-D.
Okay. Is that your belly again?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna be really disappointed if nothing happens up here. Oh, hi. You got that?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much for not disappointing me up here. This is my favorite room in the whole house. It is so echoey. Can you do that again? This one's behind me. I'm not going to see that behind me. Okay, we're in the Belvedere Room,
Yes.
which is the dome up here. And Dale, before we leave, we should get a picture of it with the light on.
Okay.
And maybe get some outdoor shots. But this is the tippy top round.
West Virginia.
Isn't that significant?
That's where the picture of Caroline
Came
was
from.
supposed, where the auction house was authenticating it from.
Uh-huh.
believe so.
Okay, thank you. The Belvedere Room, the...
That's all behind you.
Hi, oh my God, that's awesome. The beautiful view, right? Beautiful view is what that means. Hi. Oh my gosh, I've got total flippin' chills right now. Thank you so much for doing that. That is amazing, 2 of them. Okay. I feel a lot up here, a lot. My name is Stephanie, and I came up here to admire and spend some time in this gorgeous, beautiful room. And I would live up here if I was here. I would have all my art and everything up here, because the lighting is amazing. And you can see forever. I've never actually been in a room like this. That's so exciting. Anyway, my name is Stephanie, and I came up here to spend some time with you, and I appreciate you sending those balls off, because that's amazing, and I hurt your belly again.
Very
You
observant.
gotta get food in you too.
I'm used to listening to his. John, you want to go next?
Hello, spirits. I'm John. You may use my energy if you want to help communicate with us.
Hello, I'm Katie, and I'm here all the time with you guys. I'm excited if you say something to us.
Hi, spirits. My name's Dale. Use the equipment. Use the flashlights. Use me.
Dress.
Dress.
D-R-E-S-S.
Oh. Okay. There
Yeah. Yeah. Keep talking to us.
are lots of pretty dresses.
Keep stop talking. Lots of words.
Oh, it's up down there. Okay. Christine.
Spirits, I'm Christine. Please,
Thank.
feel free to use my energy.
Harm.
Wow, they're very talkative.
Yeah. So keep using, and please keep talking to us.
Thank you, for sure. We thank you for allowing us this opportunity to step back in the 1800s and spend the evening here. I keep thinking, keep seeing something on this side. Arm. Tell us more. Dress, there's lots of pretty dresses here. I'm gonna get out the rods,
They're right beside you.
and you'll be able to see, right?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm gonna get out these dowsing rods, and you should know what they are. I'm sure you've seen them before. They are an ancient tool. And you can...
Hockey.
Hockey? Really?
Okay.
Minister.
I did a wedding here.
Yeah, right on the front porch.
Okay. I have these dowsing rods, and all you have to do is move them to talk to us. So if there's anybody here that wants to talk to us through these rods, all you have to do is cross them in front of me. Cross them both in front of me. Thank you so much. You are good at this already. Can you now?
Niece.
Can you now uncross them straight in front of me, and we can ask you some questions? Wow. He wins, Dale.
I'm not that bad, am I?
Well, it is echoey in here.
True.
Teach.
If we're speaking to the man that built this mansion, that loved this room up here, please push these rods away from each other. Push them completely away from each other if we're talking to the man that built this house. Who spent a lot of time.
Kate.
Okay, who spent a lot of time up here. Keep going.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Can you please point them straight in front of me again? Please point them straight in front of me. I know I'm asking you to do a lot. But once you get their momentum going, they move pretty easy. Can you put them straight in front of me, please?
Listening.
Are you listening? We're listening. I know you're listening because you're doing what I asked you to. Thank you so much. Can you please continue to put them straight in front of me so I can ask?
Sock.
Sock. Okay. You're almost there. I won't ask you to do that again. Excellent. Thank you. Did you like this room up here because you could see your steamboats out on the river? If that's the case, can you point both rods in the direction of the river? Point both rods in the direction of the river. Good job. Keep going. Both of them need to be pointed at the river. Sorry, my hand. For the viewers, that is the direction of the river. And my ear is being tickled on my right side. And it's all I can do not to put these rods down so I can. Can you put them back in front of me, please? Please put the rods back in front of me. Please put the rods back in front of me. Both of them need to point straight in front of me, please. Thank you. Can you point both rods in the direction in which you are in this room right now? Point both rods in the direction in which you are in this room right now. Yep. Please spin the one in my right hand completely to my back if you're touching my ear. Please spin the one in my right hand to my back if you are touching my right ear. Well, you're not touching it now, you've stopped. Were you touching my ear, spin the one in my right hand to my back, pointed behind me. Oh, what's happening?
Okay.
It doesn't know that from me.
Okay. My hair is now not being touched. Thank you. But you can touch me, that's okay. Can you put both rods in front of me again? Please put both rods straight in front of me. You can do it straight in front of me, please. Just a little further. I know I'm being hard. I have one more question for you. I need them straight in front of me before I can ask it. Okay. Were you the one that touched those shiny balls and made them light up? Cross these in front of me if you touched the shiny balls and made them light up. Yes, ma'am.
That was fast.
Can you uncross them, please? Please uncross them. Thank you. Is there anything you need to tell us while we were up here? Please cross them in front of me if there's something you need to tell us while we are up here. And that, my friends, would be a wrap.
Yep. Got very quiet. Yeah. That because all of its energy is focused
That's
there.
funny because I was thinking the exact same thing and they didn't light anything up and they weren't focused. Yeah, that was
It's
pretty
like
good.
super talkative for a bit.
The tickle ear, I think it's probably blowing your ear.
Right, and I was like, oh my god, stop it.
You're getting a wet willy right now.
Hey lovelies, that wraps up another episode of the Got Spooky Society here in Aurora, Indiana at the Hillforest Mansion Historic House Museum. We are so blessed to have been here to step back in time to the 1800s, and we cannot wait for you to watch this series. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We're so excited to have you. Please, for free, give us a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, comment, share. Anything you do helps our channel, again, for free. And until next time,
Stay spooky.